It's empty, yeah?
Jürgen, first of all, just checking on fitness and Naby Keita. What is the situation? What's the injury that he's done? How long is he out for?
Well, it was really unlucky. Huh? So bad news. He has a high-grade adductor injury with the tendon is ruptured, which keeps him out for at least, I would say, 2 months. So bad news for us, obviously, but bad news for Guinea as well, because the African Cup of Nations is coming up. It wasn't a really good moment, really good moment, but happened. That's how football and life sometimes are. Not too nice, but yeah, very serious.
I mean, how does it affect him mentally as well? Well, as you say, he's in a good moment, and to suffer that blow at such a crucial part of the season now with a few games left to go.
Oh, for sure, it's not the best moment, but it's okay. I think it's there are two things. Of course, a very interesting part of the season he's not part of. That's one thing. On the other hand side, Guinea, I don't think is a regular starter for the African Cup of Nations, but maybe minimum out because the tournament became a bit bigger. But that was for sure a big target for him as well. And so, of course, it's not a good moment, but that's a moment when you have to help the players. And we try everything we can. That's it.
How do you feel now, as regards the title race, with these massive games coming up still to play, and Newcastle, what are you expecting?
A top one. So Newcastle is in a very good moment. I don't know how many weeks ago, but at least Rafa and Newcastle obviously felt they are still in fighting for the league, staying in the league and stuff like that. And since then they had impressive results. They won quite a few games in the last weeks, and so are now in a very comfortable situation and found a proper style of play, consistent. We've been since we played them. After we played them, I think they changed system in a 5-4-1 and stick to that since then. Our positions are all really good covered. Rondon up front. Perez probably will be fit again. Now Atsu and Kennedy on the wings, the wing backs quick and early crosses. So that's good. That's really good and makes them pretty uncomfortable to play away and at home, especially I think in Newcastle. So that's it. I expect a tough game. That's it.
Just check on Firmino. I forgot to ask about Firmino as well. Is he okay? 100% to start.
Yeah, we will see. We will see.
Jürgen, how confident are you that your players have got the mentality, the special mentality to recover from the setback of Barcelona?
Yeah, the result. Look, we are how I said, we are not the most experienced in Europe, but we have our own experiences, and it's not. We never really stayed too long in the last game that we said, okay, well, we could have done that better. We don't have time for it, and so it's not like this. So two things, but you can say how you could think about the game. One was the result, and one was the performance. And from the performance, you can take a lot. From the result, in the moment, you cannot take a lot. But it's not like this. We have to sort that or try to sort that on Tuesday and not now. So it's nothing. When we flew home, it was all okay. The boys were already completely in the Newcastle game, 100%, and so now they had like 20 hours to recover. Now we have one session really, and then we will try to prepare them for Newcastle, which is important because it will be a different game, obviously. So, but it's not new to us. We have quite often in these situations, and it's the last part of the season. So we have to, and that's what we know, and that's what we want, and so all good.
There is an outside chance of a playoff between you and City.
Wow, that's not the first time I hear about that. That's okay.
What are your thoughts about it?
How is it possible? It's exactly, but when is it possible? When we have exactly the same goal difference.
Same goal difference.
In England, they don't count direct because we no.
Goal difference and the goal difference and the goal scored. If you're equal with the points, goal difference, goal scored, playoff.
Oh, then we have to need to score 5 more goals than City. Yeah. Wow. I didn't think about that yet, to be honest. When would it be? Between the last game and the FA Cup final or after that?
Not entirely sure.
Yeah, so it would fit to the season, actually, to make a big showdown of it. High noon, 12 o'clock somewhere. Would be cool, but I don't think it's too likely.
And Jürgen, can we just talk about the mental resilience of the players? Because on Tuesday before the Barcelona game, you were saying, well, you were asked about being in the thick of it at this stage with these competitions, and you say it was brilliant, following the scoreline so far against Barcelona. Speaking to Virgil van Dijk after the game, he was saying there's no reason for panic. You know, we can still this, we just keep believing, still keep working hard. But the resilience of your players to get through, you know, one big, more final push to hopefully, you know, achieving some form of success this season in one competition and then boxing it off and going into another competition this weekend, which is equally just as big against Newcastle.
Yeah.
It's just that ability to do that and to just switch and to keep
Oh, look,
that
it's no problem talk. But of course we have to prove it again tomorrow. But it's really not like this. There was nobody. We didn't have to pick up players at late dinner in Barcelona where we were sitting around and give them a hug, whatever. Come on, go on. That's in us. It's like this. We knew it. If you cannot go to Barcelona, expect you are 3-0 up after the first game, and then you have a holiday game or whatever in the second one. So that's not like this. So if you want to have everything, you need to in football. If you want to win everything, you need to accept that you still can lose. That's how it is. So, and again, the performance, the boys felt it on the pitch. We did some really good stuff there. That's how it is. We caused them problems. So it was not enough for that night because we didn't finish it off. So then it's like this. I mean, I'm very positive. Doesn't happen too often that I lose 3-0 and have much more positive thoughts about the game than negative. That's the truth. But it was in this game like this, and not because it's Barcelona or whatever. No, because the things we did on the pitch, what we wanted to do, what we did, we still conceded a goal. That's all clear. So and now we go to Newcastle, and we had this situation the whole season, the whole year, that there's always the next one. And I said it before. I don't know when it started, but probably the second or third match when we won. When 3 or 4 clubs won the first 5 or 6 games. I don't know. I don't remember really anymore. So it was like, and each game was like already, if we don't win that, then we are not in between them anymore, and then they, I don't know, put some distance between us and stuff like that. So it was always we have to. That's what we are really used to in this year, and that was a big step for us because I think we felt the intensity a little bit after December. After a very successful December, we felt the intensity. The opponents, it was not one game where it was only kind of a little bit easier. There were really tough games coming up then, and we had a few draws. Apart from that, the performances in the last couple of weeks were brilliant again. So it's like in a very decisive moment, the boys were really there. So that's good. And now we have to carry on like this, not too long anymore, but still we have to.
Just to box off the televisions, and we'll go to Michael.
So Jürgen, we have City winning the league with 100 points last season. They might finish with 98, you might finish with 97. Is this going to be the standard to win the Premier League? You have to get that, as many points as that?
It would be funny. From now on, you need at least 98 points to win the league. I don't know. I don't think so that it will happen will be like this, but I don't know. No idea. But whatever happens, it's already a special season. I really don't think about it. It's only because you constantly ask me about it. So I start like, okay, what can I say about it? So am I happy in this moment and completely satisfied? No, because the season is not over. But when I look back on it and the performances we showed, the games we played, the goals we scored, so many things in so many difficult situations. You don't know even 5% of our difficulties because we don't speak about it, but they are still there internally. Not boys, but here is he fit? Is he in a good shape? Is he not? And in the end, you find the lineup, and these boys deliver and deliver and deliver. So, and that was amazing, absolutely amazing. Nothing bad to say, but still 2 games to go. And when we look back, then we will see what we think about it.
Jürgen, you haven't had many setbacks this season, but when you have, the players have responded in the fashion that you want from them. Can you sense after the events in the new camp, that the ambition burns even brighter now to make sure that you can achieve what you can?
I'm not sure that I got a question right, or maybe I was with my thoughts somewhere else, sorry. What can I make sure?
The sense of ambition amongst the players.
Oh, yeah, but don't have to doubt that. The boys are completely on fire, completely. There's nothing. That's what I said. When you're in the race and you see you can win it, you don't get tired. That's how it is. It's the 400-meter race. So, and you are in between the last three. You see, it's bare. It doesn't happen a lot that you see one of them then really, phoop, and two go. Or that doesn't happen, because then you get this second, the boost, like extra tank. You find something, and that's how it is. We are ambitious like hell. We want to, but we still know it's not 100% in our hands. But the only thing we can do is to beat Newcastle, and that's unbelievably difficult. That is our problem. Not what other teams are doing on Monday night or whatever. That's not our problem. Our problem is really how to find a way to beat Newcastle. We respect them so much, and Rafa is doing an incredible job there again. So, and yeah, it will just be difficult. That's how it is. But we still try. We still try, and we try to, and we are in a very positive mood, looking to the game. We know, no, difficult, but still want to play it. We don't want to, I don't know, play rather Sunderland or whatever because around the corner. We want to go there and play the game, and then we will see what we get for it.
It's not just bare ability that makes great teams and wins football matches. And Sam Mignolet's done an interview where he's talking about, and he's hardly played this season, but he said this is a very special dressing room that he's never felt the like of at Liverpool or at any other team. So how important has that been to getting you to where you are now?
Very, very important. But for me, it was always a question there when I started as a young manager: what comes first? Are you successful and the dressing room becomes special, or do you have a special dressing room and then the success is coming? I think in our case it was this way around, that the dressing room was since 2 years for sure. Is outstanding, because everybody found his role and stuff like that. That always takes a while. The player became more confident, felt more and more that we are really Liverpool and not we say it only and stuff like that. And then from that moment on, with a few add-ons coming in, adapting well, bring their own character with them, taking care of everything. It's amazing. Simon is right. It's outstanding. But it was. The boys themselves created it in the last, I would say, 2.5 years. And so that's, and before that it was not bad. It was not bad, but it was just not as exceptional as it's now. And that's very, very, very good.
Hi. Navigator's injury is obviously a blow at this stage of the season. Does it open a door for someone like Oxlade-Chamberlain who offers that same sort of drive from midfield for you?
Yeah, of course, it's perfect that he's back. But how I said, intensity of the game, but we'll see. But yeah, very good that Ox is there and will be for sure in the squad. And then we have to make a decision who starts, whatever. Yes, it's good, but we will use him. Of course, it's good. So that was just perfect. But it's nothing good to say about now his injury. But that Ox is back is brilliant. Yes.
About Gini Wijnaldum's versatility, that you can one match playing at centre back and then you're playing with in the forward line.
Yeah, it was quite a big task. I told him, what does it say about you? And he said, yes, I don't know, that you can play everything. So before, when I told him that he plays the position, so because he was surprised by himself, obviously. They were for different reasons, and he needed pretty much, let me say, a couple of minutes, 30 minutes, 35 minutes to adapt really to it, but it did then. But in the second half was really good, and we needed this kind of player. We needed an offensive player which is quite good in defending as well, because we cannot ignore the quality of Barcelona, obviously, but then we need a player between the lines who is good enough to keep the ball, to pass the ball and stuff like this. And I know for people outside it's then always easy to say, oh, do another striker or whatever. And we have different jobs to do on the pitch, and so Gini did really well, and wasn't, yeah, how I said, in a game like this, and in a really small space and in a completely new position for him. We played it for in Holland, back in Holland, and maybe at Newcastle as well, I'm not sure, but at least they played offensive wing at Newcastle. So he knew about it, and he's the player to do it. That's how it is. It's not about being this or that. You have to be, as a football player, you have to be educated in a lot of things, and he has this education, so it helped. It was good, really good.
David, I think the final one, anyone else in the room before we go? Okay, thanks guys.
Thank you.
See you.